Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the NECA Toys Alien Xenomorph Translucent Prototype Suit. This is a concept figure, and I'm really super excited that NECA released prototype releases of what some of the figures could have looked like in previous movies. Now, this is the prototype concept figure that would have appeared in the original movie, Alien. It's recommended for ages 17 and up and comes to us from the folks over at NECA Toys. You can go to www.necaonline.com. Quickly having a look at the package, we've got the prototype suit amongst several eggs, some opening, some not. There's a choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years of age. We spin around the back of the figure. This special edition concept figure is based on the original prototype suit for the big chap alien from the 1979 movie. H.R. Giger originally had the suit cast in a translucent flesh tone, but one of the many technical hurdles that had to be overcome to bring this creature to life on screen, repeated difficulties with the material forced the change to a darker opaque coloring seen in the final film. The other figures available from this series is the Alien Warrior as well as the Grid Alien. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, but when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Xenomorph translucent prototype suit from Alien. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Now that we have them out of packaging, let's get a better look at the Xenomorph translucent prototype suit. A good opportunity for NECA to go and revisit one of their existing molds and simply give it a change of color. And it's not even really just a change of color. They've overhauled the mold as a whole because all of the plastic, all of the joints, the limbs, and even the head are all translucent. They've just simply added almost a cream-colored wash to it that, had it not been for that, the body itself would be completely clear. I don't know, not hopefully going to be worried, I hope not to be worried that, you know, with it being all clear, that there's going to be problems with it down the road with, you know, joints and connector points and stuff like that. But for the time being, I can really relish in this interesting interpretation of what a character we all have grown to love, what he could have potentially been in the movie. Sometimes happy little mistakes occur during shooting of movies and they have to drastically change how a character ends up looking. They also did that with the Predator as well, which would be a funny and super cool release if NECA ever wanted to branch out and give us like a prototype of the original Predator. If you haven't had a look at it, and you like Jean-Claude Van Damme, try to give it a look. You know, you could probably find it on YouTube or something like that. The original design for the Predator was laughable at best. But, you know, through these little happy accidents, you end up getting a character that you like, I think, a lot more. This is an interesting design because it keeps in theme with the idea that, well, aliens would have been flesh color or gray aliens. You know, it would have kept with that same sort of color scheme. If you ask me, though, black is the way to go. Black, the black Xenomorphs is definitely a better look. And I think it looks a little more sinister, especially the fact that these creatures would have been moving in the shadow. You would have more predominantly seen a flesh-colored alien probably moving around the halls. It would have, I think, looked a little more laughable, and that's probably also what they saw when they were originally shooting the picture. Just to kind of give you a comparison, and it's not the best comparison because it's not the same mold, but having a look at one of the figures that we already had a look at, there he is next to the Grid Alien. Not quite the same mold, I understand that, but you can see the drastic change over to black, how the alien has taken on a whole new life of his own of being a very terrifying looking creature. I just don't think that he would have looked as terrifying, to be honest, in this cream colored flesh color that was originally conceived. Just move Grid Alien out of the way here. As for features, well, the features are carried over from Big Chap, so like the clear dome is also a carryover where you can see the skeletal underdome skull of the Xenomorph there. He still has the opening and closing mouth with the very long secondary jaw that can come out. It's a little on the loose side, but I likely would just be displaying this alien with his mouth closed. Something that you don't get to see too much of is the the eye area, the socket area of the eyes, which tend to be a little bit darker, and then this area here tends to be a little more of that translucent color, or that see-through color. You know, I wonder if this is also, for Alien Resurrection, maybe what was the inspiration for the hybrid. Maybe they thought, you know what, let's kind of look back to what the original design of this character was going to be and kind of give the fans something like that. I don't know, it's possible, because I do see a lot of the hybrid here in this design also. I mean, they also even call it the hybrid, so... other than that, like, the body is exactly the same. The tail is a little smaller because it is the Alien 1 design. It's got the larger tubes. It even has the removable peg on the back there where you can get a little extra clearance on the neck. You don't really get a lot of extra clearance, but it's enough just to kind of get some more posability with the head that you wouldn't be able to get with this in place. It's also difficult to kind of get that peg back in. When it comes to the Xenomorph prototype suit, the articulation on it, he has a ball joint at the top, which attaches the ball joint to the whole head. So the ball joint resides right around the top area there, allowing the head to move up and down. Through the process, you might find, yes, what I just did, you'll pop this little peg off, but you can just attach it back into place. And I think actually, did I have it the right way? Yeah, I did have it the right way. Okay, peg that back into place. Shoulders hinge out. Full rotation in the hinges there, a hinge in the elbow, rotation and hinge in the hand, ball joint torso, hinged legs, double hinged knees, ball joint feet, and posable toes. I can't say that I dislike well, I don't dislike the figure, because I think it's cool that NECA gave us a figure based on the original prototype. I can't say that I like the design of having the body like this color, and ultimately I'm glad that they switched to more a black, darker coloring, because I think it would have made a better sense. If it creeps in the shadows, you don't want to be able to see it from a distance. You want it to be able to creep up next to you, and before you know it, you got a Xenomorph right on your tail. I like this figure though. I'm a little iffy, a little worried about how plastic is going to hold up over the course of time, because clear pegs do worry me. But in the meantime, though, I do really like the figure. I'm just not crazy about the design, but I like the figure that is based from the design. Today's Toy Spot, we were looking at the final figure from the new NECA Toys AVP line. We're looking today at the Xenomorph translucent prototype suit. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.